Hi, this is Ron Edwards, Master Sommelier and Director of Wine Education for Winebow Fine Wine and Spirits. Today let's talk about El Enemigo. El Enemigo is a wine from Argentina, specifically the Uco Valley. We'll more about that in a moment. And it's a co-project shared between Adriana Catena of the Catena family and Alejandro Vigil, who is one of their agriculturalists. And it's an homage to the difficulty of making great wine and all of its enemies. This is Malbec, 90%, and then 10% of the wine is actually Cabernet Franc, and it's grown in a southern corner of the Uco Valley up against the Andes foothills. It's grown in 4,600 to 4,800 feet of elevation, which is why, even though this wine sees a lot of sunshine and it is in a latitude that could be a lot riper, that extra elevation cools the temperature down, especially at night, and makes a much more balanced style of wine. In fact, this wine tops out at 13.5% alcohol and has this wonderful tart blackberry sort of approach to the fruit. That said, why don't we give it a try and see what we find. Blackberry, including the vines, blackberry conserve as well. Blueberries, crushed and fresh. I think there's this beautiful sort of mulberry meets black currant juice note as well. Then there's spice from the oak barrels. This vanilla, cinnamon, a little bit of clove in the background. The oak is really well managed though, so it's really more about the fruit than anything else. And the oak is there as some pretty makeup. Let's see what else we find. I think there's a wonderful note of ripe black plum, as well as a cocoa powder dust kind of aroma profile. The wine just smells really inviting, so let's taste it. I really like the texture of this wine. It's somewhere around less than velvet, right at a little more than satin across the skin. Really comes across with those beautiful fruits. The fruits are even fresher than the nose. It's fresh blackberry, fresh blueberry, fresh mulberry, and there are those black currants in there, and they're juiced. And then after that comes the barrel spice of cinnamon and clove and vanilla extract, and then after that there's a little bit of a dried herb note, and then comes the cocoa powder. The wine has layers, it's elegant, it's balanced, and if you like dark, rich fruit profiles in your red wine, this wine is totally for you. Would be so happy next to a grilled steak or any kind of barbecue that you would throw out there in the, not barbecue sauce, but something you throw on the grill in the summertime. And would be fabulous with a nice slice of aged goat's milk cheese, you know, sort of like maybe Manchego or something like that, or Pecorino Romano. Definitely encourage you to go out and find a bottle of El Enemigo. This is the 2017 vintage. It's drinking great, and I think you'll really like it.